You don't even know this, and you haven't realized this, but you've been trained to repel women ever since the day you've been born. You've been displaying this micro behavior or macro behavior, which I'm about to show you in this video, that has massive consequences in terms of women not respecting you, not admiring you, not wanting to do anything with you romantically or sexually. This makes them lose attraction immediately when you display this micro behavior, which you have been displaying since childhood. And to be fair, it's not even your fault that you've been displaying it, because you've been literally trained by society, by parents to display this behavior. You've been conditioned to display this behavior. So in this video, I'll talk about what that micro behavior is, how it started, how you've been trained to do this since your childhood, what are some of the massive consequences, negative consequences, how this turns off women and makes them want to avoid you, and how to ultimately reverse this behavior so you can start having more success, more dates with women that you like. And it's crazy because this behavior, once you see it, you cannot unsee it, and you will be able to see it almost at every stage of the dating cycle. So let me describe you a situation. Let's say you're in a park like this and you see a girl that you want to talk to, and you decide you want to talk to her, but you decide, okay, now it's maybe not a good time. Let that girl go there where there's less people and you're less likely to be seen. So you're waiting maybe 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes until she goes there, finishes maybe her song, takes out her earphones, and then you go out and talk to her. What you're doing in that moment, you are hesitating. Now, this is a micro example. A macro example of hesitation might be the fact that you know that you should go and interact with more women, but you first decide that you need to finish your degree. You need to get a better job. You need to make a bit more money. So that is hesitation on a macro level. You're not hesitating specifically to talk to one particular girl, but you're hesitating to talk to women in general because it's not the right time. And we can define hesitation as just waiting for the conditions to be better until you take action. Now, this is massive consequences, but let's actually first talk about why you do this. Have you actually wondered why you hesitate? When you see a woman and you want to talk to her, why you are not able to do that? It's actually not your fault. You've been trained to do this. You've been trained by the people around you. You've been trained by the society. And let me tell you a few different examples. Let's take school, for example. When you were in a classroom and someone asked a question, you might have spoken out and say, hey, I know this. I know how to solve the problem. And the teacher might have told you, look, Johnny, it's not your turn. Wait for your turn. Raise your hand and I'll call you. In that little moment, you, little Johnny, learned that, oh, when I go immediately, I get punished. So I shouldn't go immediately. I should wait until someone signals my turn. And then you go out, attempt to talk to that girl, and you're still little Johnny waiting for your teacher to give you permission that now it's the time for you to go talk to that girl. Now let's take your parents, for example. Parents, they love you. They don't want you to get hurt. So when you were crossing a street, they told you, wait before crossing a street, look left, look right, wait a little more, and go cross the street. Or don't climb that tree, Johnny. It's very dangerous. It's a high tree. Don't climb it. You will get hurt. So obviously they wanted the best for you. They wanted for you to avoid pain. But now you think that you might get hurt when you talk to that girl. So you have those same fears. Oh, I better wait until the cars pass, or maybe I shouldn't climb that tree. You have the same fears as little Johnny, but now it's not climbing a tree. It's literally going up to a girl and saying hi, and you've been trained to expect that it's going to go badly or you're going to get hurt. Hence, you either hesitate to do it or you avoid doing it altogether. So literally, what started as something good that would protect you from cars hitting at you, now the girls won't run you over. You will not fall and break your leg by talking to a girl, but you've been trained to hesitate. You've been trained like, look, wait until it's safe and then go do it. Even at work, right? Like even now, if you go and have a project, some of you might get reprimanded and saying, wait, don't do that project until the boss signs off. Don't do that until we've gotten approval. And you get criticized and reprimanded by doing that. Even in your job, you gotta wait for permission. And now, you're waiting for that permission to go talk to that girl. You're waiting for that sign off to go talk to that girl. And that sign off never comes because that sign off has to come from you. Now, why is this critical and why is this such a massive turnoff for women? Let's talk about it because this is massive. I don't think you guys realize how critical and how much you turn off women by hesitating, even just a little bit. If you display micro levels of hesitation, you're turning off women in a massive way. First of all, that signals to women that you're uncertain. Uncertainty is one of the weakest traits that a guy can display. Why? Well, let's take the opposite example, right? If you're certain, if you're confident about what you're doing, that signals strength, that signals dominance, that signals that you are a capable mate. If you're uncertain about yourself, about your situation, a girl starts to be uncertain. Should I be talking to this guy? Is this guy a capable mate? Is this guy a freak? Is this guy a weirdo? That starts to plant seeds in her mind that maybe she shouldn't be talking to you. Maybe she shouldn't be giving you this attention. Maybe you are a creep and a weirdo, right? You're giving this uncertainty to a girl that you're probably not a capable mate, because if you're uncertain about it, she probably should be uncertain about it as well. You essentially transfer this uncertainty from yourself to this girl. All emotions are transferable. So when you show up to a girl and you display this micro twitching, micro hesitation, I don't know if I should talk to her, maybe I should wait, you literally signal that she should be uncertain about you, about the situation. And this is what happens a lot of times is the conversations get awkward really fast. Not because of the girl, but because you're being awkward, you're being undecisive. You're like, yeah, I just saw you there and yeah, how's it going? And then when you do that, obviously the girl's a bit freaked out. What is this guy doing? Now, when you do it confidently, it goes a lot smoother and the girl all of a sudden is not awkward and the conversation is not awkward. Why? It's because you're transferring this uncertainty from yourself to the girl. And when you think about it, as I said, biologically, certainty signals decisiveness, dominance, competence, that you're a competent male, you're a competent mate. You know what you're doing, you know where you're going. And women like that. Women like men that know their shit, that know what they're doing. That's called being a leader. When you're uncertain, when you are hesitating, that's not a leader. That's being a little pussy. So you don't want to display yourself as this little pussy, because then women will not respect you. They'll certainly not be open to your advances, or they'll be a lot less open to your advances because now you're uncertain. And also the other reason is that it makes her feel unsafe because you're displaying both on a physical level and also on a biological level. On a physical level, if a guy comes to her and acts weird and is not really sure of himself, she might think that you are a crazy potential guy talking to her. That you might be a criminal, you might have some secrets, or you might have some bad intentions. And also biologically, this guy is not able to protect me. This guy doesn't know what he's doing. He's incapable, he's incompetent. I probably shouldn't spend much more time with him. God forbid, even go on a date with him or have sex with him. So that's what you do. And this uncertainty, you signal this with every little action that you do or don't do. With your eye contact. If you cannot maintain eye contact, that's uncertainty. With your voice. If your voice suddenly starts to go super fast and very high, hey, you're so pretty, that signals uncertainty because you're not sure of yourself. You're not sure of what you're doing. The words that you use. If she sees you that you are picking your words too much, or you're trying to think about what you're going to say too much, that signals uncertainty. And it's a massive attraction killer. I think, guys, you don't realize how much this turns women off. And a lot of guys try to ask for my advice on what they're doing wrong and why women are not attracted to them. And I think it's their looks and their money. It's your uncertainty, guys. Your uncertainty. When you're uncertain about what you're doing, about how you're talking to a girl, and you're shy, because we can also call shyness as a form of uncertainty, women like guys that are confident, that know their shit, that know what they're doing. Even if you don't know really what you're doing, they want to see you as a guy who has a plan and knows what they're doing. So you gotta become more certain. How do you become more certain? What's the cure? What's the secret to becoming more certain? Essentially, when you try to wait for conditions or better conditions, you hope that the conditions will improve. You're essentially thinking that right now the conditions are not good, so I will wait. you're essentially trying to increase the probability that things will work out. So a classic example is a guy waiting to see if the girl's in a good mood before going to talking to her, or waiting to see if she's potentially available. So by waiting, he's thinking consciously or subconsciously that, well, I'm gonna wait just to see if she's in an open mood to talk to me. I can increase my chances of success of talking to her and her being receptive. So they're trying to increase the probability of success. But the paradox is that you don't know if you're gonna be successful. So you will never know if the girl will respond to you in a good way. So that is the wrong way to think about it. So you gotta go from, I hope that it's gonna work out, to I'm fine whether or not it works out. And that gives you the ultimate certainty. This is the real thing, guys. Like, this is super important. Let me say this again. The only thing that you can be certain about is that you will be fine no matter how things go. And that gives you the real certainty. So when you're worrying about, oh, will she react good to what I say? It doesn't matter. What matters is that you will be fine no matter how she reacts to what you say. If you are hesitating about whether or not you should go talk to her, whether or not she's in a good mood or has a boyfriend, just go anyways, because you know that you will be fine anyways, whether or not she has a good mood or she has a bad mood. And that gives you the ultimate certainty. That gives you the ultimate confidence that you can go to them and talk to them no matter what, and you'll be fine regardless. This is how you become extremely certain. This is how I've certainly been certain and displaying confidence, because I know no matter what happens, no matter if she has a boyfriend, no matter if she rejects me, no matter if some other people come into the conversation, no matter if she's pissed off, I will be fine and I'll be able to deal with the situation. That gives you the ultimate certainty. So this is the cure, guys. This is the magic cure. And this is super important. That's why I'm trying to elaborate on this, for you guys to understand that certainty comes from being okay with whatever situation happens. Certainty doesn't come from the fact that you know that it's going to happen well. Certainty comes from the fact that you know you'll be able to deal with whatever consequence. Because of that, you will be much more certain in the conversation, and that's how you actually increase your chances of success. You don't increase your chances of success by waiting. You increase your chances of success by going now, going immediately. This is the cure for uncertainty. So again, a few examples. Let's say that you're waiting for the perfect moment to go talk to her. Go anyways, go immediately. By going immediately, you're gonna be much more certain, and whether or not she rejects you or doesn't reject you, you'll be fine in either way. You know you're gonna be fine either way, and that gives you the certainty. Other classic thing is thinking of the right thing to say and trying to hesitate, oh, well, is this gonna be the right thing to say? Don't hesitate, say it regardless, and just trust yourself, it will come out well, right? Like, say with confidence. This is how you're gonna appear much more certain, and even if you say the wrong thing, it's gonna be the right thing because you'll have certainty when you say it. Other thing is like, oh, I hope she likes me. No, it gives you a lot of uncertainty, man. If you're hoping that she likes you, she'll see that you're hesitating, she'll see that you're picking out your words, and ironically, she's a lot less likely to like you. So what you wanna do instead is, I will do whatever I do normally, I will express myself fully, and whether or not she likes me or doesn't like me, I'm fine. And then you're gonna be much more congruent, you're gonna be displaying your full personality, full on, and she's gonna be much more likely to like you because you're gonna be much more certain. Do you see what I'm saying? You gotta act certain. And you become certain by being fine with whatever scenario happens, and then ironically, you're much more likely to have a positive outcome when talking to a girl, rather like waiting for things to happen. It's both on a micro level and also on a macro level. When you're waiting and talking to a girl, and rather than doing that, you go immediately. And also on a macro level, don't wait until you have six-pack abs or $1 million in the bank. Go and talk to her now. Go ask her out now. This is much more likely how a girl will respect you, admire you, and want to date you because you're displaying certainty. You're displaying decisiveness and action. And ultimately, you cannot predict the future, right? By waiting, you're trying to predict the future, but you can't predict the future. And future will always be uncertain. So rather than trying to predict the future and be certain of what's going to happen, you gotta trust yourself, right? The goal is not to predict the future, but to trust yourself to face whatever comes next. That's the real stuff that gives you the certainty. You'll be fine no matter what happens. And when you do that, women will suddenly start responding to you in a completely different way. They'll say, oh, well, you're so confident. You know what you're doing. You always have a plan. Women say that to me all the time. A lot of times I don't have a fucking clue what I'm doing, but I'm just trusting myself that I'll figure it out on the way. Sometimes I'm on a date and a girl says, do you know a good place? And I say, yes, I'm sure we'll find a great place there. Let's go there. Let's go to that area. It's a much better answer than saying, oh no, I actually have no idea where we should going. No, that's so bad. That's so bad. Like, even though I don't know if I'm gonna find a good bar there, I just go there anyways, and I trust myself that I'll find a good bar. I even remember that recently a bird shit on me when I was going on a date. Like, a bird literally shit on me going on a date, and I had a thing here. So I didn't wait. I didn't cancel a date. I didn't go back and try to clean the shirt. I was like, fuck it. I'm just gonna go like this. I got some tissues and I just cleaned it a little bit. And then in the end, the girl didn't even notice it because, again, I was certain, I was funny, I was playful. I didn't hesitate. I didn't go to the date saying, you know what, like, actually, I got a little bit of a problem. I didn't have time to go back and change the shirt. Are you okay with that? That would have been a massive attraction killer. I didn't do that. I was like, the girl's gonna like me irregardless. I'm gonna be charismatic, bring good energy, and let's see how things go. Even if she notices that I have a bit of a shit on my shoulder, I trust myself that I'll probably be able to make a good joke out of it. And that's how it was. The things went well. She didn't even notice it, and we had a great fucking time. So you gotta be certain no matter what. And ultimately, next time you feel uncertain, next time you see a girl and you don't know if you should go or you should wait, just go now. Go immediately. Don't wait. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Go now. That's the ultimate cure. The goal is not to be perfect. The goal is to act immediately and to minimize the time between knowing you should take action and taking action. That is the real secret to success with women and to having amazing conversations. Don't wait. Don't wait, man. Don't wait. Go do it now. And if you'd like to start working on your dating life right now and try to make massive improvements and massive advancements in your social skills, ability, flirting, land a lot of dates with really attractive women, then my mentorship might be interesting to you. I coach guys all over the world. I coach them to go out in their cities, talk to beautiful women in their cities, teach them how to get over hesitation and minimize this disgusting behavior that a lot of you still have from your childhood of hesitation, of uncertainty, of doubt. And this is all in a practical way. Guys going out there, facing their fears, talking to women in real life, while I'm on a call with them, pushing them, guiding them, giving them feedback, and they're improving their social skills and flirtation skills day by day, week by week, and landing dates with beautiful women, changing their dating lives, having girlfriends, having adventures of their lives. So if this is something potentially interesting, check out the first link in the description and we can talk if this might be a good fit for you as well. See you soon.